We'll come back out here to Concept by Iowa Hearing, right off 53rd in Davenport. We've got the President Taylor Parker joining us this morning. Thank you so much for having us out here again. Good to be back.
Glad having you guys out here.
And we've got an interesting topic this morning. We've been talking about hearing loss and balance, and that's something I think a lot of people really don't connect the dots to, that could be a thing.
Yeah, I mean, there's a myriad of health issues that are impacted, whether it's, just connected to hearing loss. And most individuals, until we talk about it on shows such as this, really have ever even heard it. We don't have an American Medical Association, American Dental Association. We don't have an association that's out doing PSAs on hearing loss. It's left up to us as individuals to really talk about what it means, not just, hey, go get hearing aids. That's really not how it works. It's more of understanding that our body is connected, that the smallest vessels we have in our body are up in our ears. So if we have poor blood flow, whether it's, type 1, type 2, prediabetes, we have issues. And, with diabetes, you have issues with extremities, feet, some of the, biggest issues when there's poor blood flow. Well, we also know that with diabetics, that they have an increased risk of hearing loss. So having that be connected with your diabetes, your hearing loss, and falling. So, just understanding that, it is all one, and we can't put hearing loss off. If you come in and get your hearing checked today, you have a hearing loss, we check it, we say, okay, you have hearing loss, here's what you should do, and you say, oh, I think I'm gonna wait a little while. Tomorrow when you wake up, you're not gonna notice the effects of not making that decision or making that good decision yesterday. Yes, you're still gonna have a hearing loss, you're still gonna have the issues, but what you're doing is you're compounding that issue every single day you wait. You run the risk of falling, you run the risk of cognitive decline, you have all these issues that over time, over the next 3, 4, 5, 7 years, you're causing brain issues. And when you go and you decide to treat your hearing loss, great, but you can't erase that time and those cognitive issues that you've caused in your brain. So really understanding that waiting isn't good. And it's really, we're talking about your brain. Your ears are still going to, you're still going to develop your hearing loss. That's why we have hearing devices that we can reprogram, do all those things with. But understanding that waiting, it's harming your brain. And it's something you can't retro back. So making that decision early is so very important for long-term brain health.
Oh yeah, and one of the things you talk about balance, people probably assume, well, I can see, so how am I going to lose my balance? How does that work with your hearing? How does that impact your balance?
Yeah, so balance and gait being the one of the number one areas besides cognitive that your brain actually has to pull from. So it's causing that overload, so your brain doesn't process as quick. So we're a little slower in the process. And then also just having spatial awareness. Just because I can see here doesn't mean I can see over here or back here. Maybe it's a pet, maybe it's a table. When I stand up, if you've ever just, watched someone when they stand up, sometimes they're a little wobbly.
Yeah.
That's that first step. It's that, it's that balance and gait issue that causes that. And, sometimes we can't gain our balance, we can't gain it back. Maybe, we bump into a table, we bump into a pet, something goes on. So it's that brain overload that really causes that issue. And, again, it's serious things that we talk about. Accidental death is the number one cause of death over 65. So, or falling, is the number one accidental death. So, it's a big issue. It's not something that we should take lightly.
Absolutely. And the first step you can take, come here to Concept by Iowa. Many locations you have. Get the hearing screening. I know you guys will set them up.
Yep, we'll take great care of them. A free hearing screening. Davenport, Clinton, and 13 other locations throughout Iowa. So we've got the locations to help.
Yep, absolutely. Come on in, or you can go to iowahearing.com. Full website's got all the information.
Make your appointment directly on the website. Don't even have to talk to anyone.
Perfect. COVID safe too, by the way.
That's
as
right.
Well. Thanks, Taylor, for having us out. It's always a cool lesson we learn every time we come.
Love having you guys out.
A lot of good information we get every time. So hopefully you guys can take note of that. Take advantage of the free screening they offer here at all of their locations. Again, it's iowahearing.com to get all of that information that we just explained here. We'll send it back to you, Josh.
All right, some great information. Thank you, Andrew.